this video, we'll go over a few wiring and framing tips so you'll be ready for a Visual Arts Guild of Frisco exhibition. This is merely a guide, keeping in mind the kind of hanging systems we use, which we will discuss later on. First, we'll talk about when a frame is required. All 2D artworks up to an inch deep will require a frame. Any 2D artworks on substrates over that do not require a frame, but do require the edges to be neatly finished. All 2D artworks that are matted, such as photography or drawings, will require a frame. Please do not bring artwork with the wire taped to the back of the mat. It will not be accepted into the show. A quick note about artwork sturdiness. You may notice that pre-made canvases over the size of 24 inches include crossbars in the back, either across the center or at the corners. This is to prevent warping and increase sturdiness for handling and hanging. If you stretch your own canvas, please make sure it's sturdy. If we have concerns about it holding up, we may turn it away at check-in. Diptychs, triptychs, and other multi-unit 2D artworks must be connected and hung as one unit that is within the maximum size total. You can achieve this by attaching the frames together in the back with a wood mending plate. This hardware piece can be screwed in across both frames, creating a sturdy hold. The size of the plate will depend on your artwork and frame, and they come in a variety of sizes. Also, make sure there is one hanging wire across the entire unit. We work with a variety of hanging systems within our partner gallery network. Pictured here are a few examples. The first two are fairly common and straightforward hooks, either on bars or wires. The one on the right is a bracket that is approximately 5 inches wide and connects to a solid vertical bar, which in turn attaches to a rail system mounted up toward the ceiling. Your hanging wire will rest across this bar. If you use eye hooks, make sure there is enough slack in your wire to reach the hanging system, since it may be in a fixed position and unable to reach your wire. Here's a general list of hardware you may need. D-rings, wire rated for the proper strength, offset clips, screwdriver, wire cutters, pliers, wire crimping sleeves. This first example demonstrates a backloading frame. The frame has a built-in lip which prevents the canvas from falling out the front. To hold the canvas in, we screw 2 or more canvas clips to the frame, leaving the other half of the clip over the canvas. It's not necessary to screw into the canvas. Canvas clips come in a variety of sizes depending on the depth of your piece and frame. In this second example, we have a floater frame. There is not a lip to prevent the canvas from falling out, so the clip needs to attach to both the canvas and the frame. There are some frames that include a back with built-in clips to hold your work in. Now we're ready to attach the wire. First, we'll measure about 1/4 of the way down from the top on each side. Then we'll attach the D-ring with screws using a manual or cordless screwdriver. Now we will attach a wire that is the correct strength for the weight of your piece. Wire packaging will have the weight rating listed. When in doubt, it's better to go with a heavier wire. The wire will thread through the D-ring and twist around itself several times, or go through a crimping sleeve shown here. I'm using a coated wire which is gripped by the compressed crimping sleeve. Thread it through the crimping sleeve, then the D-ring, then back through the crimping sleeve. Make sure you have enough slack in your wire for comfortable hanging access. Press together firmly with pliers. Here are a couple of parting tips. It's better to be closer to the top of your frame when wiring. If your hardware is lower, then your piece could hang away from the wall as seen in this example. If you have too much slack in your wire, it could show above the piece when hung, and the wire will need to be shortened. For a clean professional presentation, you want your piece to hang close to the wall without a hanging hook or your wire showing. The final step is to make sure your information is on the back of your artwork, clearly visible and attached securely. You should have your name, the title of your piece, and what medium was used. And that's it. We hope you found this information helpful. Please reach out with any questions you have, and we look forward to seeing your work in our shows. Bye!